Today we are going to try the pouring technique in watercolor. Instead of painting the color with controlled brush strokes, I am using pigment, water and gravity to do the most of the work. This watercolor technique is such a fun way to play with pigments. There is a real childlike joy in just letting the colors move on their own. I hope you will enjoy this painting process. I start by sketching the monstera leaf, then I wet the leaf area with water. Next I take gambo jello and add a good amount of it to my mixing tray. Then I squeeze my brush bristles to release more pigment into that tray. Then I pour that pigment onto the wet area of the leaf. While wetting the leaf earlier, I have missed a few spots, so I use my brush to guide the pigment into those areas, helping it to spread evenly across the whole leaf shape. Then I tilt the sketchbook, letting the excess pigment flow across the paper, and any excess pigment that pools up, I remove using a clean damp brush. A clean damp brush lifts away the excess pigment easily. Next I take cobalt blue and add them to my mixing tray. I squeeze the excess pigment off my brush into the tray and I pour that over the leaf and I let the pigment to move freely. The excess pigment that is collected near the masking tape is wiped off using a waste cloth. Next I am pouring the sap green and I am tilting my sketchbook and allowing the pigment to move, and all the excess pigment that is collected near the masking tape is wiped off using a waste cloth. Finally, I am pouring indigo pigment and using the same process, and this pouring technique can get little messy, so I suggest you to keep a waste cloth nearby to wipe away any excess pigment or water that flows off your painting. Also, instead of using a sketchbook, it might be easier to work with paper taped on the board. That way you can tilt it freely in any direction. And you can also pour 2 or 3 colors all at once and create the effect you want. There are so many ways to experiment with this pouring technique. This time, this is how simply my mind worked. Now I'm using indigo pigment to define the darker shadow on the leaf. Next, I'm using a clean damp liner brush to lift the pigment for the central vein, and after that I use back of my brush to scratch into that wet paint, creating these side veins. After that, I allowed the paper to dry completely. Next, we paint the stem of the leaf. I start with sap green as the base color. Then I use sap green mixed with indigo to paint the shadow area. And for the darker shadow, I use indigo pigment. By this way, you can achieve a 3-dimensional effect for the stem. Next, I use sap green to define the mid vein of the leaf. But after painting with sap green, I felt that it was not necessary. The lifted pigment on its own already gave a nice three-dimensional effect, and adding that sap green over it actually took away from that realistic look. So I don't suggest you to paint over that mid-vein. Next, I'm wetting the background. Here also I'm going to use pouring technique. I use cobalt blue and add a plenty of water to it and pour that onto the wet background. Using a round brush, I carefully paint around the edges of the leaf. After painting the background, I elevated my sketchbook so that excess pigment gets collected near the masking tape, which is then wiped off using a waste cloth. And that's it, our painting is done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. See you in my next video. Until then, take care and bye bye from Prema.